I'm going to a historic and haunted Jewish cemetery located in St. Louis, Missouri. It's called the New Mount Sinai Cemetery, and it was established in 1850 and saw its first burial in 1853. It has over 11,000 graves there. It consists of 52 acres. If you go online, they have a map and information on doing a self-guided tour. So that's what I want to do today. I'm going to go on their self-guided tour, and there's a couple of spots I want to check out. The first being their community mausoleum. Back in the mid-1980s, there was a 911 call made at 3 a.m. from this mausoleum. The officer who had that beat was afraid to go check it out because of the cemetery's haunted reputation, so another officer agreed to come assist her and go check it out. He said that when he got to the building that it was fully locked and no one was there, and when they asked the dispatch to call the number back, nobody answered. To this day, they have not figured out what happened. Also, there is a portion that contains the graves that they moved there from the original cemetery dating back to 1838. And some of the original tombstones are there, so I definitely want to see that. All the famous St. Louisans who are buried there. You name it. There's soldiers, doctors, educators, all sorts of people who helped found St. Louis, Missouri. The self-guided tour includes 43 stops. Now, this cemetery was put on the National Register for Historic Places in 2005. So, let's go see. This must be it. It is. Alright. And that must be the mausoleum, which is the first spot on the tour. It's where we are supposed to start. Beautiful stained glass window. It's called the Window of Truth, and it contains more than 3,500 individual pieces of mouth-blown, hand-painted glass. It symbolizes one of Judaism's basic teachings, which is the beginning and end of all truth is with God. Wow, it has a weird feeling. Is there anybody in here? Did you make a 911 call? These all look newer. Oh, I'm sure this is the cremains. They're smaller. And they've got some that are reserved. And I believe this was built in like 1969. Yep, there we go. New Mount Sinai Cemetery Mausoleum, dedicated September 7th, 1969. And they expanded it, and the expansion was dedicated in 1990. Those are from the 80s. Well, here we go. These are older. Did someone call 911? Did you need help? You can talk in this camera. I may not be able to hear you now, but I'll be able to hear you later. Do you need help? Must have been a St. Louis Blues fan. And stones and messages. I don't know what the stones mean. I'll have to look that up. Pretty cool. I wonder where a telephone is at here. Or was in the 80s. Maybe some sort of office somewhere. Oh. Some more cremains. That's an interesting urn. It's got like a, I don't know if you can see it, it's got like, it's chained. More stones. Really nice place. I love your mausoleum. Is there anyone here? What did the stones mean? You have a lot in front of you. Can you tell me what the stones mean? I'm answering your 911 call. Can you tell me what you need? Well, thank you for letting me visit this extraordinary place. I think that's a siren. At first it sounded kind of like a scream. See, 911's coming. What do you need? Well, thank you for letting me visit. Is there anything you want to say? Can you tell me what that stained glass window means in the Jewish faith? It's beautiful. Are you happy to be here? Can you tell me where the telephone is? Okay, I think I'm gonna go check out the Soldiers Memorial next. If there's anybody who'd like to follow me there, we're gonna take the tour of the cemetery, the self-guided tour. Goodbye. Before I leave, I think I discovered where the phone is. We have the flower room, the bathroom, and down here, it looks like it may be an office. Is that where the phone is? Stones are just amazing. I like it. I like your flowers. Now the next stop on the tour is this garden, which I gotta walk across that bridge, and the Veterans Memorial. It's nice. In the map and tour guide, they have a note that since the Civil War part is incorrect, it's actually back to the Mexican-American War. Where I'm at now is I'm heading to what I believe is the monument that marks that the bodies or moved from the old cemetery. It is to this cemetery. I don't know if you can see that, the sign. And this is a new marker, because the writing on the old marker you just can't see anymore. And I've got my Peerless out, as well as my Eddie. Is there anybody here? And some of these tombstones are supposed to be from the original cemetery. And the Eddie says 0. It's kind of, looks like it's kind of fluctuating from, oh no, we're getting an EMF reading. There's more over here. Is there anybody here? It's not very high. It looks like a 0.8. I've also got a machine you can talk into. It says up. I was looking up. Is that what you were commenting on? I walked away from that monument, and now I have 0 EMF. It's still kind of twinkling a little, but no lights are lit up. Were you from the old cemetery? What this one is. I heard the first grave there was of a baby. That's sad. Was there an epidemic? And these look old too. Do you like the new cemetery? 1861. That cemetery was closed and moved in the 1870s. And if you look up there, that's the old chapel. I believe from 1905. They use it for storage now. Fear? Are you afraid of me? Don't be afraid of me, please. I'm just come here to say hi. None of this equipment will hurt you. In fact, you can talk to me through it. If there's something you want me to know. Looks like a pretty tombstone. It's got like a curtain around it. I wonder what that symbolizes. Sure, it's something. Is that Levi or Levi? Key ring. Are you talking about Iva? Do you know about Iva? I wonder what these symbols mean. I'm sorry, I'm not Jewish. I don't know what some of this symbolism means. It sure is beautiful, though. Am I walking across your grave? Is that okay? I can't read this one, but it's falling over. Is that the chapel over here? I believe what they used to do is store the caskets in the basement there. And I suppose that's where services were held. Oh my, that's a big one. You must have been important. Isn't that the sign of a mason?
Wild.
Lyle? Does anybody want to talk to me? This is a gorgeous cemetery. I bet you're proud to be buried here. It looks like there's some private mausoleums. Let's see. Born in 1816. I can't read. What year did you die? Can you tell me?
4.
4? It looks like May 1st, and then I can't read the rest. And I think that may be Hebrew, possibly. Is that Hebrew on your tombstone, Ada?
Trouble.
Trouble? I don't mean any trouble at all. I want to look at this beautiful chapel. Were you laid out in the chapel? Still no EMF reading. I have to go back to that, see, it says 0 and no lights are lit up. I'll have to go back to that memorial, see if we get more EMF from it. I bet those were stained glass at one time. Are there any services today in the chapel? Oh, that's probably a sarcophagus. Over there. If I'm saying that word right. I'm here for the funeral. I want to pay my respects. Devin. Is Devin here? I find it really interesting that when I'm at these cemeteries, I get a ton of names. Let's see what this is over here. Just gorgeous. Goldman. Oh, the tree stump means something. I remember reading about that. What does the tree stump mean? When you go to cemeteries, usually the ornamentation means something. There's another one. I'll have to look it up. Strauss. After? Does it have something to do with the afterlife, maybe? That is just gorgeous. Who is the lady? Can you tell me who the lady is? Who does the lady symbolize? Oh, there were 3 circles here. I should have did more research before I came. I didn't know it'd be this cool. She sure is beautiful. The Comfort House. Oh, here's that lady again. Is it the same lady? Can you tell me who that lady is? What does she mean to Judaism? Oh, there's several people buried here. Oops. Are you here, Dr. Goldstein? Dr. Max Goldstein? Oh, I think this may be him. Unless there was a junior. Max Goldstein. Thank you for helping the deaf. That was a wonderful thing you did, setting up that institute. But every one of your family members here are very proud. Are you guys proud of Dr. Goldstein? Would you like to say hello? You can talk into this camera. You have a beautiful spot in this beautiful, amazing cemetery. Well, thank you, Dr. Goldstein, for letting me visit. This seems to be the Koppler Mausoleum. They were the family who operated the Chase Park Plaza Hotel, which is supposed to be infamously haunted, too. It is. It says Koppler at the top. The Chase Park Plaza is where Billy Limp lived at the time when he committed suicide. Need to go check that place out. Lots of haunted stories about the Chase Park Plaza. All right, there's one more place I want to go. The builder of the St. Louis, I think it's Grand Theater, and it's now known as Powell Symphony Hall. I want to go check out his sarcophagus. 12 years before his death in 1925, he lost his wife and 2 children in 1913 in an automobile accident. Such an awesome cemetery. At least they're all together now. And the sun, I hope you can see, it's blinding me. Lots of famous people in this cemetery. If you get a chance, go online and Google it. It's called New Mount Sinai Cemetery in St. Louis, Missouri. And if you happen to get this way, download their self-guided tour and the information that goes along with it so you can read the history. I think you can even set up tours if you want. It's a very cool place. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. I hope the spirits like me being here too. Alright, I gotta look at the map so I can find this next grave I want to visit. Alright, I pulled up to Mr. Summers' sarcophagus, where he and his 2 children and wife are at, and I started getting an EMF reading. I don't know if I'll look around and see if there are any power lines. And I looked in it, he built the St. Louis Theater on Grand, which is now known as Powell Symphony Hall. Perilous just said industry. I'm thinking there's probably a lot of families of industry here, because look at all these little mausoleums. It's kind of cool.
language.
They're all like around in here. Let's check out Mr. Summers. Hi, Mr. Summers. I love the theater you built. Thank you for building that theater. It's now Powell Symphony Hall, where we have a wonderful St. Louis Symphony and who plays there. I heard about the tragedy of your wife and 2 children.
Stone.
Stone. Yeah, I'm looking at your stone. I read about Blanche. Dorothy. And Blanche Marie. Blanche Marie was only 1. Looks like Dorothy was 5. Do you want to tell me about that day? The car accident? Do you want to talk to me? I brought a piece of equipment. It won't hurt you.
Benjamin.
Benjamin? Is there a Benjamin around here? Oh, I'm getting a smell of flowers. Blanche, are those flowers I smell? Is that you? Or one of your daughters? Right now it says 0 EMF. I don't see any power lines. Oh, there are some over by the road over that way. If you come near me, you can make this light go off, and then I'll know you're here. Are you here, Dorothy? Blanche Marie? If you want to play with that, it'll make lights flash. Do you want to play with that machine? I also am holding this, which I think you already know how to use. It's got a dictionary in it, and you can find words. And you can talk with those words. You don't need to be afraid of me. And this little box makes noise. Don't let the noise scare you. You can use that noise to talk to me. And then I put it in this little pouch to knock out any extra interference. It won't hurt you either. Do you want to try it? Ooh, I think I heard something. There's a lot of radio stations here in St. Louis, so you know what radio is. That blacks out radio interference, so I hear just you. Is there anything you want to say? There's 3 pieces of equipment, and also you can talk into this camera if you want. Do you girls want to touch this orange box? Or just come near it? Are you still a family? Together? I can hear you. I can hear you very clearly. Is there anything else you want to say? Is this you, Mr. Summers? You're here. Mr. Summers, what happens after you die? Is it pleasant? Did you know that your theater now belongs to the symphony? Do you ever go to the symphony? take your family with you? I know I'm hearing responses, and if you can see, it's in that Faraday pouch. So I don't know what that could be other than a spirit's voice. It blocks out all interferences. It's called a Faraday pouch. Would you like me to visit again? Okay. Goodbye, Mr. Summers. Thank you.